up, nation? Hope you're having an awesome Monday. My name's Philip DeFranco, and I have part of Superman's lair in my room. Otherwise known as an International Academy of Web Television Best News Web Series Award, awarded to the Philip with 2 L's DeFranco Show. They spelled my name incorrectly, which I think would normally make me kind of annoyed and angry, but it kind of just, I feel like this mess up and this award sums up the internet just right enough. So thank you to you, nation, for making my show a success, and also to the IAWTV for not giving it to Leo Laporte again. Also, a quickie note to those of you that keep sending me emails about the cold-ass honky shirt, fine, I'm putting up 200 shirts today, limited order, you got it. If by the time you get to it, it is sold out, you can demand it and maybe the shirt comes back, but I kind of sort of just made that shirt for myself. I didn't think that, you know, it would be that popular. But enough blah 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 blah, let's jump into the first story of the day. And the first thing I want to talk about today is an update to something we heard back in December. Facebook announced for $1 you can send a message to anybody. Don't have to be friends with them, don't even have to be mutual friends of friends. No connection whatsoever, and I was like, okay, very interesting idea, if by interesting you mean worst idea ever. Which actually, that's probably not fair to say. Someone's probably thought of puppy AIDS cancer at some point, but the main thing, I am not a fan of this. I mean, it just seems like, one, it's gonna add to the spam of life. Two, you can send pictures, so you know, if you want to send a dick pic, I guess, to just Joe Random, there's that. But the main thing is the update to the story is you can actually message Mark Zuckerberg, but for $100. And when Facebook was asked about this, they had a spokesman that said, quote, "We're testing some extreme price points to see what works to filter spam." So the main thing is that they are thinking about spam as well. What's the right price point? I mean, in an ideal world, I don't get messages from people I don't know. I mean, I only have 30 friends on my personal Facebook for a reason, but the question to you, nation, is this something that you're like, yeah, I want to message Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Glover, insert whatever celebrity whatsoever, or no, it kind of creeps me out that someone could just message me without knowing me. Then of course, let's talk about the Golden Globes last night. If you did not catch it, 1, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, amazing host. 2, Jodie Foster accepted a Lifetime Achievement Award. Then everything kind of got confusing. It kind of sounded like she was trying to say 12 things at once, but in there was, I am a lesbian. I'm pretty sure that was there. And even though it was kind of a known thing in Hollywood, I thought it was very, very big of her to say that. She also said something that I think is fantastic for young people, and that was, normal isn't something we should aspire to, it's something to get away from. So you gotta love that. Then Hillary Clinton's husband was there. Then easily the best presenters of the night, Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, just killed it. Argo won Best Picture, which many people were like, Django Unchained got robbed, but you know, having seen every movie there except Lincoln, they were all really good movies. It just comes down to personal taste. Also gotta shout out to my future ex-wife, Jennifer Lawrence, for winning Best Actress. Also at the same time, I would like to award Jennifer with the Sexiest of the Night award. Oh my goodness. That dress caused a wardrobe malfunction in my pants. I'm talking about, yeah, you get it. If you want to check out a full gallery, link to that down below. And in my opinion, Wreck-It Ralph was robbed of a Best Animated Film. But I guess the main thing is, if you want to see the full list of winners, you want to see the pretty funny monologue, just the hilarious Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, all those links in the description down below. It's a really good time, and I say that as someone that is not a big fan of award shows. Then in super awesome, I just kind of want to share news. There is this amazing sci-fi short called Raw. 1, it's just kind of fantastic, and 2, it was created, directed, and animated by one guy. And that one man is 22-year-old digital film design student Caleb Lakowski. It took him 7 months of work. I recommend you take 6 minutes, watch it, just enjoy it. It is amazing what people can do by themselves these days. And nation, let's talk about Maria C. Walther Willard, who besides having a fantastically fantastic name, is in the news because she's a 61-year-old long-standing French and Spanish teacher. Worked for the school district 35 years, and then one day they're like, hey, you know how you've been teaching high school? Sorry, you're teaching middle school. So you know, that's a decent-sized change for most teachers, but for Maria, it is catastrophic. So much so that she's saying she was forced to resign from her job and is suing for discrimination. That discrimination being that she told the school district that she suffers from pedophobia, which is a fear of children. A teacher of children suffering from a fear of children. Apparently it's a thing, and she has documents filed from her medical doctor, her psychiatrist, her psychologist, all saying, yes, this is a real thing. That she suffers from stress, anxiety, chest pains, vomiting, and even nightmares from just being around young children. And so by forcing her into that situation, they made it so she had to resign. Now the school's defense is, hey, we had to size down. We didn't make her resign, it was of her own choosing. Essentially saying, why should we have to accommodate this crazy person when she picked a field that involves lots of children? I mean, it could be argued as the difference between a 9th grader and an 8th grader that massive? And I guess the bigger question is, do we take phobias seriously as a society? Like when people tell me they have a phobia, I'm like, okay, yeah, I kinda get it. I get scared of things. Like fear of heights, hey, you could fall down, you die. Fear of clowns, a little weirder, but I get it, they're creepy. But most of those phobias are situational, like children are everywhere. And you put yourself in a career path path that involves them. So Nation, I pass that question on to you. Do you think the school district actually should be sued? That this woman suffers from a phobia and they should make it so that she's not stressed out all the time? Or her phobia is BS and she's trying to check out early? Then let's talk about Reddit co-founder Aaron Swartz, who committed suicide over the weekend. He was just 26 years old, just this young, bright mind. At the age of 14, he helped co-author an early version of RSS. And it seems like the reason Aaron did this might have been because the other reason he was in the news. That being, he was arrested in July 2011 for allegedly downloading 4 million academic journals from JSTOR with the intent to distribute them for free. And because of that, he was charged with wire fraud, computer fraud, unlawfully obtaining information from a protected computer, and recklessly damaging a protected computer. Then September 2012 rolls around, he pleads not guilty. It looks like he's ready to fight it. Then just 2 days before Swartz commits suicide, that place that he allegedly stole 4 million academic journals for, JSTOR, offers those things for free. Now it should be noted the access is limited, but it's like, oh, well, Swartz, maybe he caused this change. And just 2 days after that, Swartz ends his life. Afterwards, his family released a statement saying that decisions by officials in the Massachusetts U.S. Attorney's Office and MIT had contributed to his death. And then today we had those calling themselves anonymous hacking part of MIT's website to post a tribute to Aaron Swartz, saying whether or not the government contributed to his suicide, the government's prosecution of Swartz was a grotesque miscarriage of justice, a distorted and perverse shadow of the justice that Aaron died fighting for, freeing the publicly funded scientific literature from a publishing system that makes it inaccessible to most of those who paid for it, enabling the collective betterment of the world through the facilitation of sharing, an ideal that we should all support. Ending their statement with, "You are the best of us, may you yet bring out the best in us." And a big update to the story that's being reported is that apparently his lawyers had reached out to prosecutors to try and make a plea deal. They were like, not gonna have it, which was a big deal because Aaron was facing up to 35 years in jail and $1 million in fines. Now, it should be noted in the past there were instances that it seemed like Aaron Swartz did suffer from depression. And even as someone that has dealt with depression, I don't understand what he was going through. But imagine if you're dealing with that and then people are going after you and you feel the world closing in on you. I can't even imagine how horrible that feels. And so I want to get 2 main points across. One, if you ever do feel like that, like the world is closing in on you, you are suffering from depression, tell someone. Tell all the people until one person cares. Because I said it once and I'll say it as many times as it takes for just like one more person to get it. This is a permanent fix for a temporary problem. And 2, yes, we 100% need to look at internet law because while what Aaron did is technically illegal, it is my belief that knowledge should not be held behind this wall as something that's special. It should be something we inherently give to people. Because I'll take one Aaron Swartz over 100, 1,000 patent lawyers who just argue things all day and stunt human progress. And understand, I'm not saying what Aaron did should 100% be legal, but I think it is stupid that we hold back humanity gaining knowledge because some people want to make money, and I understand it's complicated, but it just makes me kind of sad inside. And to possibly win an I Love Yo Faces shirt, leave a comment down below, join the conversation, maybe hit the like button, favorite if you really like it, subscribe. But of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco, you've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.